Hello again, SGBers. I'm Companion Wolf with another Smile Game Builder video. This tutorial is all about the options you can have for when the game is over. The main focus is on the advanced setting and the change game over event details, with some additional techniques you can use for creating a more dynamic game over. Subscribe and click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I upload new videos, or check out my social media accounts for other news and details on extended tutorials as they become available, which contain much more content, much more information, or you can visit them to see what I'm up to as far as projects and other things I share. And you can also sign in to our official Discord channel. The link to that will be in the description. For those who don't know yet, in addition to working on my relationship sim game for SGB, I'm also doing a lot of RPG Maker MV stuff, including work on my QEngine plugin and its add-ons. Expected release date for that is July, and as usual I'll announce that on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll have a few demo videos of the add-ons as well, maybe the QEngine itself, but that'll be nearer the time. The QEngine message add-on is already available as a demo video. With that said, let's get on with the tutorial. So version 11 brought many new features to SGB, and one of them is change game over, which allows you to change how your game ends. Instead of defaulting back to the title screen as it did before, you now have several options. The change game over is under miscellaneous, which looks like a notepad, and you have 3 options within it. The original default back to title, which takes you to the title screen after game over, as it suggests. Revive on spot basically resurrects the party right where they were when they died, and 1 HP is restored. We can change this in the advanced settings, as you'll see in a moment. As an example of this for now, we can place an auto-running event on the map with the revive on spot checked. And then whatever you have a battle and you die, you will be revived in exactly the same position. I'm going to move this out here just for now, because I've created an area where there's a powerful box. It's roughly around here. I'll cover the battle maps in another tutorial. So for a quick playtest, should have a battle encounter. And there, you have revived in just the same spot that you died. You can put this on each map for different options, but you can use a common event to save on the events if you like, depending on how you want to integrate the resurrection. I'll come to that shortly. So I should add a local condition here, just to make sure that it doesn't run again. But in the advanced setting, there are a few more options that you can tweak. You can change the resurrection point anywhere on the map, or you can change the map that you want to resurrect on entirely. With the revive setting, you can choose whether to revive all of the party members or just the leader. There does appear to be a bug with the leader only option at the time of this video, in that it doesn't stick if it's selected. If you go back in, it will default back to everyone being checked instead of leader only. So for right now, you have no choice but to revive the entire party, and that's fine for now. HP after revive gives the option to revive the characters with 1 HP only, or you can have a fixed amount. It's a percentage of the maximum HP. And similarly with MP after revive, this does the same thing, but no change means that whatever MP you use during battle or whatever remains lost until you find a way to restore it, or you can set a percentage amount, again of the maximum MP, to restore. And finally, you can call a common event for reviving the party. Again, this is on a map-to-map basis. The event trigger needs to be set to auto-run synchronize, otherwise it won't work and will default to the title screen. So into the common events we go. I've created 2 game over events with different options. First one we'll have a look at is the game over event, which is the one that can be called from another event such as a battle or from the changeover advanced settings on a per map basis. All I've done is something quite simple. I've changed the main character to KO, added a few messages, displayed an animation. I think this one is one of the resurrect ones. Yeah, recover. So it's recover, and then that wasn't good. Okay, anyway, change the map, change his character to upright again, and wait for a second, then do a full heal of the party, and then move to another location. In this case, it's a map leading to the house. One of the houses, anyway. And then all I've done is something quite simple. I'm going to move this back down there. Now this is the battle. So under here I've placed a battle with the monsters. Once again, is a powerful monster, too powerful for their characters, so he should die. They should die easily. And this is the ice dragon. And then under defeated, you'd run the common event, call the common event, and in this case it would be the game over event. I don't think you need to check wait until destination event completes, because it works the same way in this case. Make sure in the place battle you also check no game over even if defeated, because otherwise it won't work and it will default back to the game over on the screen, and then it'll go back to the title screen. Okay, so for a quick playtest again, we are going to engage in battle. So you died, huh? That was careless. I guess I should resurrect you. And there, we transport back to the map. Now for something a little more dynamic, you can use variables for different kinds of game overs. I have used a game over ID for the variable and put the options in nested branches like so. If the game over ID variable is equals to 1, then you can set it to go back to the title screen. If not, and variable 3 equals 1, then you can change it to revive on the spot. If it's not, and it's equals to 2, then here is where it gets to the advanced settings, and then what you can do is you can call the game over event we just went through before. What I have done is I have changed the map in this case to something else. I don't think this is really necessary, I just added it here for a little bit more effect. And what I'll do is I will set this as to automatically synchronize so it runs in the background. What this means is that somewhere on the map there also needs to be another synchronized event we'll put this as triggered automatically just once, so it will set the variable to, what was it? It was 0, 1, 2. In each instance that you want to call the randomized game over, you will need a box similar to this on the map or within events themselves, and you'd need to assign whichever value 0, 1 or 2 or other options you might have to game over ID. Now bear in mind that the auto run synchronize trigger takes priority over all other triggers, so even if you have a changed game over in an event, this one will generally override it. So choose which one you want to use and stick with it, although I'd recommend the game over variable one, this one, because you can further add options to it depending on what you actually want to do with. And then within the event, as I have done this one, you can add the game over variable and assign its value similarly to automatically call the game over event. So in the battle scenario, when defeated, instead of executing the common event, you'd add a variable, game over ID, and then give it a number which will override anything right now. Before playtesting, I should turn this off. This was for something completely different. Just delete it. So now we can playtest. There, resurrected in place. Okay, what I'm going to do is move this one out of the way again and just make sure that this is set to local switch so it doesn't override. And then with this one, make sure it's triggered automatically, and then we'll assign 2 to the game over ID. Okay, and then the final thing, what I should do is remove this, because I turned that on earlier to prevent it from working. And now when we playtest it, it should go to the other map, the Resurrect map. Right. Here's the battle. So you died, huh? That was careless. I guess I should resurrect you. And there you have it. That's it for another tutorial. If you found this one useful, subscribe for more videos and give it a like as well. And don't forget to visit my Twitter, Pinterest and Facebook accounts or my official SGB website for links to extended tutorials that include more content, more examples, more stuff, and a whole lot of other stuff I don't post elsewhere. And don't forget, if you haven't already, you can join the official Smile Game Builder Discord channel, which does have a Japanese speaking chat as well for all the latest news, resources, gossip, chat. Everyone's welcome. The link is in the description. If you want me to revisit some of my previous tutorials and bring them up to date, or if you have ideas for a new tutorial, or even if you have questions about SGB in general, let me know in the comments below or on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll look into it for a future one, and I will generally answer them as soon as I can, if I can. Thanks to everyone who has supported me throughout this journey. I have reached another milestone thanks to you guys. 450 subscribers. Might not sound a lot, but compared to where this channel was even a few months ago, it really mounts up. And that means only another 550 subscribers to go before I reach YouTube's extravagant 1,000 subscribers to be remonetized. However, I will strive to continue bringing you more tutorials every Sunday, Monday, and we'll start live streaming SGB regularly starting next month. That's it for another tutorial in the Smile Game Builder Tutorials and Showcases series. Thanks for watching. Until the next time.